So apparently Treyarch has released the Season 4 patch notes like they always do the day before, and well, apparently they are absolutely crazy. So I wanted to hop in and just check them out and kind of read them and cover it and a little bit talk about it. But yeah, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the video. Thanks to Dammons for sponsoring this video. If you guys do want to unlock Dark Matter, Abyss, or even Nebula, be sure to check them out. They also do offer a ton of other things for other Call of Duty games related, like MW3 schematics, even some rank stuff for Warzone. Just a ton of cool things you guys must check out. The link will be in the bio of the channel. You guys can use code SPAZO to save up to $100 off on your order. Alright, so we are on the weapons category right now. So obviously we have the LC-10, full auto SMG, excellent accuracy and range with a moderate rate of fire, average mobility and very slow handling. Page 3 of the battle pass, and then we have the FFAR, which is the FAMAS, full auto AR, very high rate of fire, excellent CQB power, but slower handling and mobility, kind of like all other ARs. Can be acquired via the battle pass, page 6, page 11, HVT battle pass blueprint. The Essex Model 7 marksman rifle, lever action marksman rifle, high damage potential, balanced by slower fire rate and handling. So this was actually kind of a aftermarket part in MW3. It wasn't Black Ops 4, but hopefully this is really good because I remember in MW3, it was really good when it first came out and then they nerfed it like crazy. So yeah, it ended up not being that good after the nerf, but hopefully they don't do with this. So now we also do have new attachments, which is the C-Grip foregrip, vertical foregrip with integrated laser for improved fire stability, horizontal recoil control, and tighten spread when transitioning between hipfire and aiming down sights. Can be acquired via the Battle Pass page 7 reward. That's going to be interesting. It isn't really nothing but a foregrip, but hey, at least it's new. So we are getting a Strider 22 3-round burst mod for the pistol, which is kind of weird. Convert the Strider 22 into a 3-round burst, drastically improves fire rate and maintains a manageable gun kick, but alters the weapon's damage profile outside of the effective range. Can be acquired via event reward. SVD full auto mod. What? Convert the SVD from semi-auto to fully auto functionality, ramping up the speed of your damage output and drastically improving recoil and handling. Event reward. That's crazy. TR2 CQB auto conversion alter the TR2 marksman rifle to fire handgun caliber rounds, resulting in a marksman rifle with a compact frame and fully automatic capabilities that rival fire rates of an SMG. Ooh, this is gonna be good. This is already hype, bro. These attachments look sick. Weapon adjustments, so just kind of like buffs and nerfs, right? AK-74. Bullet velocity improved from 840 to 890. CHF barrel recoil penalty reduced from 50% to 35%. I'm not really going to cover all of this. There is a part that I do want to cover. Let's see. View kick reduction while focus increased. We don't need that. Is receiving a slight recoil adjustment such that players may want to take additional recoil reducing attachments. I'm surprised they haven't nerfed the semi-auto attachment in zombies. And then obviously we have Cypher just receiving a ton of buffs and nerfs. It kind of looks like a majority of things are getting buffed. I haven't really seen many nerfs, but yeah, that's actually pretty good. So we can go down, we can see the C9 getting a buff of damage range post-patch. Jackal, same deal. Compact, same deal. KSV, same deal. Ladra, same deal. PP919, flinch reduction increased from 25 to 35. Flinch reduction increased from 50 to 55. Same deal for the PPSH. The sprint to fire speed is going to be way quicker. Aim down sight speed is going to be way quicker. SOG, same deal. Range. It looks like everything's range is getting increased, which is crazy. The ASG flinch reduction increased from 50 to 55. This seems like a big thing with a lot of these guns that I've been seeing. Range for the Maelstrom. Aim down sight speed improved from 290 to 265. Sprint to fire speed improved from 190 to 170. Yeah, the Fang damage is nerfed. Wow, they nerfed the Fang? What? That is crazy. Same with the GP. Why are they nerfing LMGs? Every single LMG damage was nerfed. Wow. Burst fire cooldown reduced from 0.325 to 0.29 for the AEK. View kick reduction while focus increased from 10% to 20%. DM10, same thing. It looks like everything's kind of the same thing there. And then obviously the Sarkov 762, which we're going to have the full auto mod for, which will be super sweet. AMR mod, buff to the range. Minimum range damage, it says it's buffed, but I don't think so. I don't know. It don't really look like it is changed. This is a one-shot headshot and it's max damage range. Here we go. We're in the zombie section of the actual thing where we see the weapons, of course. Now, obviously, we can read a little bit of this. Addressed an issue that prevented the ramps from being properly illuminated in the boat race side quest. I have never done that, so I don't know that. Just an issue where players can repeat the Guardian boss fight in Citadel Daymores when loading a save file. Basically, you could kill the boss and then save the game, and then just join back in and redo it, I'm pretty sure. Modes, address an issue where players are sent back to the lobby after pausing the game in split screen. Never have played split screen. Look at this. Adjustments for the Strider 22. Increased pack-a-punch damage by 100%. Increased ammo from 360 to 440. Reduced penetration damage fall off by 40%. That is a massive buff, but that's not the only thing. 9mm PM. Increased pack-a-punch damage by 50%. Increased pack-a-punch damage range by 100%. Increased ammo from 320 to 360. Scaled gun and view kick down by 20%. Reduced penetration damage fall off by 40%. This weapon receives a penetration buff when pack-a-punch, further increasing penetration with the FMJ attachment. What? Why are they buffing these pistols, right? Grakova. Increased damage by 150%. Reduced damage range by 30%. To help individual pistols feel more unique, we've lowered the max damage range on this weapon to make it more effective at closer range, with a more noticeable damage drop off when fighting enemies at longer distances. Bro, the pistols are already good inside of zombies and they just got a massive buff, but that's not it. Sarkov. General adjustments. Increased pack-a-punch critical damage by 50%. Increased ADS speed by 50%. Lowered gun and view kick by 80%. DM10. Increased pack-a-punch critical damage by 60%. Guys, the DM10 is already very, very broken and overpowered. Like, this is crazy. TR2, increased damage by 40%, increased critical damage by 90%, lowered gun and view kick by 40%. That is also even crazier. The TR2 actually could be very, very good now. Attachments, address an issue where belt-fed ammo pickups were not working after refilling ammo with an ammo cache or max ammo power-ups. I never could pick up ammo when I had a belt-fed. Weapon blueprints. I don't use blueprints. I don't really care to look at that. Gunsmith, just an issue where mags and mag size details display the incorrect information. I don't really care for that either. Perks, quick revive, address an issue where quick revive would not default to the first slot regardless of when it was attained. Elemental pop, address an issue with elemental pop not working with a pack-a-punch DS45 and D13 sector. I have never heard of that. Address an issue where the electric cherry augment will stun brain rot zombies. That is crazy to just run into that combo. That is so random. 4 minimum damage increase to 70 and max damage increase to 250. Frag mid damage increased to 150. Semtex inner damage increased to 250. So equipment got a buff as well. Ether Shroud, address an issue where zombies would sometimes target players while Ether Shroud is active. That happened to me and I've died so many times. Address an issue where the player will not have their melee weapon equipped after reviving a player while Void Sheath Augment is active. Dark Flare, address an issue where the helmeted zombie is immune to Dark Flare field upgrade in Citadel Daymore. That's crazy. Never did that. Look, Death Machine, increased Death Machine ammo to 350. That is still not enough, but at least we got it. Mutant Injection, address an issue where the third-person animation for activating the Mutant Injection played incorrectly. Address an issue where the Exfil cinematic did not play correctly. It failed while Mutant Injection was active. War Machine, address an issue where the War Machine displaying incorrect unlocked requirements. Address an issue where the description text for the War Machine was incorrect in the crafting table. Mangler's Cannon, address an issue where the Mangler's Cannon was not aligned correctly with the operator's right arm in third person. They are fixing a lot of bugs. I definitely really like that they added more ammo for the Death Machine. We needed that. Like, a lot, dude. It is actually crazy. Gobblegums, address an issue where the Death Machine or War Machine were left with an ammo count of 1 after using the support group Gobblegum. I've never used one of those. Disallowed players from using zip lines right after activating anywhere but here Gobblegum. Power up Gobblegums now use the player's position as a fallback if gameplay space is limited. Address an issue where the timeout Gobblegum would cause zombies to stop spawning if the player who activated the Gobblegum left the match. That is crazy. Power-ups, address an issue with the Wonderwaff DG2 turning zombies into crawlers while insta-kill is active with the first shot. Mystery Box, address an issue where the Mystery Box could only produce a small subset of weapons. Increase the weight for seasonal weapons in the Mystery Box. Address an issue where a zombie build weapon from the Mystery Box showed incorrect rarity when dropped. Dude, they finally fixed the mystery box. If you guys didn't know, it was literally broken and you would only get like 5 guns. You could never complete the Dark Ops. It was crazy. UI issue where some players would not see the on-screen timer during exfil. Issue where certain UI elements were not being cleared properly after completing steps for the Wonder Weapon quest prior to completing the Pack-a-Punch quest in Shattered Veil directed mode. Addressed an issue where the cost of perks in the Wonder Fizz would not update if bought in rapid succession. Addressed an issue where the ice staff was misspelled in the Wonder Weapon and store blueprint menus. Really? That is crazy. I've never noticed that. Addressed various subtitle typos. Wow. I have never noticed a typo in Call of Duty. That is crazy that there actually were some and I didn't catch it. Graphics. Addressed an issue where the special round fog did not roll in gradually if a user joins the match in that round. Addressed an issue where the spectating player would see a black screen while the player there spectating used fast travel. And then stability. Addressed various stability issues. They always say that every single update. But dude, I cannot get over all the good like little changes inside of this. This actually does look promising. Then obviously we're getting grief. We're getting a ton of stuff. Like so much stuff is going to be changed. So yeah, I'm definitely very, very excited tomorrow. I'm excited to make videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys tomorrow inside of Season 4. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.